Hey there, beautiful Gemini. Come on in. Let's do your energy forecast looking at the week ahead. Hey there, everyone. My name is Lee Shanks, aka Intuitive Lee, and we are looking at the week of May 19th through to the 25th, currently working on the sign of Gemini. Let's get to it. But first, you know what? I'm going to take my sweater off. It's getting a little warm in here. As the sun is shining more through the windows, it definitely warms up the space. So again, Gemini, working for the May 19th to the 25th weekend. I am starting off here with the Wild Offering Oracle. This is by Tasha Silver. And this first card is going to be your overarching energy for the entire week ahead. All right, Gemini, let's get to it. And we have for you the card of impatience. Oh, not you, Gemini. Come on. It says, my life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I am always at the right place at the right time. So not wanting you to try to jump too far ahead or live too much in the past, being here and present in this moment with what's going on helps you, one, with regret, because regret, you're living too much in the past. With anxiety, you're living too much in the future, right? So getting really into the here and now, learning to understand what is and is not in our control, because that which is out of your control shouldn't be worried about or fussed over, right? Worry is like sitting in a rocking chair. There's a lot of motion, but you don't get anywhere. All right, let's break your week down just a little bit further here, Gemini. Again, for this, I'm using the Lantern Oracle. We'll pull 3 cards, and your first card representing the beginning of the week is all about your accountability. All right, so responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Real great sign of, yes, of course, maturity is when you can stand there and say, you know what, I effed up. I'm super sorry. I said the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. I'm at fault. Nothing to do with you. Super sorry about that. And I'll try to do better in the future, right? So heartfelt apologies if they're called for, right? I don't want you going out there and apologizing for your existence. That's not what I'm saying at all. But we all fuck up sometimes, right? And just when we do, to stand there and say, hey, no, I will own that. Many, many times I've seen where somebody screwed up and somebody else paid the price for it. And the person that screwed up never stood up and said, hey, you know, don't take it out on them. That's me. And this is really saying, like, don't allow somebody else to pay for your mistakes, okay? And that's where maybe some patience comes in, and being patient with yourself as maybe you really delve into this whole idea of accountability. Get it? I was going to say, I get it. It is not easy, but it becomes an ingrained habit to say, yeah, but if she hadn't done this or he hadn't done that, that never would have led to me doing this. But at the end of the day, regardless of what somebody else has done, we make the choice about the actions that we take and cannot blame somebody else. And that is, again, a true sign of maturity. And yeah, and guess what? You might be realizing some broken dreams, right? And it says only you can accept or reject your dreams. So what this is saying is really, if you're going to be accountable this week, if you're going to stand there and say, you know what, I messed up, super sorry about that, and will do my best to make sure it will not happen again, in that somebody else may not have the patience to deal with the fact that you are being mature and accountable. Maybe it's not enough for them. Please know that's a them problem, not a you problem. And in it being a them problem, what I'm hearing here is they might give you pushback and just sort of say to you that your dreams aren't going to come true, that you may not amount to something, that maybe you're less than in some way, shape, or form. But this card is coming up to remind you that your dreams are just that, yours. Nobody can take them away from you. Nobody can break them on you. Nobody can do anything to your dreams. They are yours. So don't allow somebody else to take ownership of your dreams and inform you that they have the power to take them away, because it's bullshit. And I don't want you to buy into the bullshit, right? That may be the accountability as well showing up here, is you understanding what somebody else is doing. And maybe they're not taking accountability for the way they're speaking to you or making you feel less than, or trying to get you to buy into the idea of the broken dream. And they're not taking accountability. And this is where you need to be patient with them as they learn to mature. So obviously this is talking about going one of two ways here. I have both stories coming in. kind of like spirits trying to cover their bases at this moment. But hey, listen, neither one of these readings may make sense to you because it's just simply not meant for you. If it is, I always encourage you to leave a comment in the chat box below. But again, let's just review this quickly. So universe is really minding your presence in the here and now, letting you know it's time to step up and take account for that which is yours to take account of. Not always with apology, justification, or reasoning. That's not always needed. Sometimes no is a whole sentence, right? But being responsible for your choices and decisions. And then the broken dreams is maybe through that process, something's not going to work out the way you had hoped it would, because now you're maturing, you're taking a shift, and maybe you're not seeing things the same way. And maybe that's leading you to believe that your dreams are now broken and can't come true, which is, again, a bullshit story you'd be telling yourself, because you're in control of making those dreams come true. Just because you change doesn't mean then that your dreams are just wiped off the table, but maybe they mature and change as well into something even better. And of course, the other flip side of that is you need to be patient while somebody else is refusing to take accountability for their choices and decisions. And if you go ahead and call them out on it or notice it, or maybe just because of where they're at in their headspace, they're going to be trying to rob you of your dreams, and you're just not going to accept that truth. That's their truth, not yours. All right? Don't adopt somebody else's belief system if it doesn't ring true for you in your soul of souls. All right? Then how are you wrapping up the week? Radical curiosity. Ooh, I love this. Seeing things as if for the first time. And I really want you to sort of, and that's the first time every time. So seeing things around you, this could be the people, that could be the circumstances that you're in, your environment, and really looking at it through fresh eyes, as if seeing it. Pretend you're a stranger walking in and meeting you for the first time. What impression are you giving that stranger, right? Who are you? What are you radiating out in the world? What is your environment? Step into your environment as if for the first time, every time. See it through somebody else's eyes. Now, does that mean that you're going to change based on somebody else's perception? Absolutely not. You change because you feel you need or want to in some way, shape, or form, not because somebody else determines that for you. But what I'm getting here with this radical curiosity is you standing outside of yourself, watching this week unfold with the accountability and the impatience part, and really noting, is it coming external that somebody's projecting onto you, or is this something for you that you're projecting onto others, and it's you that needs to make the change here? And if it's you, I want you to look in that, on that sort of scenario with curiosity. Oh, like, that was interesting how I responded there. I wonder why I did it that way. Or I wonder if that's just the way I always do it. And is there a different way I could be doing it that better reflects who I truly am, right? So radical curiosity, born of that third-party observer, and remembering to keep your patience. Please let me know in the chat below whether this is you taking account this week, or if you are taking somebody to task on their accountability this week. I'm very curious about that. In the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to know more about me, you can find me at leeshanks.com. In the meantime, I hope you have an amazing week. Blessed be everyone. Intuitively signing off.